These three things changed my life, and I want to share in this video so that it can change your life as well. I was breaking the three laws that control money, and once I paid attention to that, everything completely changed. Now, if money is something that is out of reach for you, and you feel like no matter how hard you work, you're stuck at the same place, there's a reason. And I can relate because I went through the same experience. I felt the exact same thing. So I understand. Now, I came to realize that I was breaking three laws. And these are three laws that control money: flow, reciprocity, and value. Now, until I fixed that, and once I fixed that, everything completely changed. And until you fix that, nothing else will change. So, there are two seas in the Middle East. One is bursting with life, school of fish, green shores, fishermen casting nets. The other, a salty graveyard. No fish, no plants, no life. The difference between them, the same difference between people who create money and those who stay broke. Both of these seas are fed by the exact same river, the Jordan River. The one becomes the Sea of Galilee, the other one becomes the Dead Sea. Same water, exact same region, exact same source, but one is alive and one is dead. Now, Galilee is surrounded by farms, trees, life. The Dead Sea is barren. Nothing lives in it. What's the secret? The Sea of Galilee gives as it receives. Water flows in and water flows out. The Dead Sea hoards. It takes, but it never gives. No outlet, no flow, just stillness. And with that stillness, death. And I came to realize that money is the exact same way. It's current. It has to move, it has to circulate, and it has to serve. The moment you start hoarding money out of fear, tucking it under the mattress, or refusing to invest, that's when it begins to die. And when I realized that, I had a complete mental switch in everything that I do. Now, I came to understand this. And I came to understand that wealthy people understand this. Money's power is in motion, invested, paid to people, circulated. It flows through you, not to you. It flows through me, not to me. Mindset shift, paradigm shift. So, if you want to attract more money, ask yourself, are you a Sea of Galilee or are you the Dead Sea? Do you keep money moving into skills, into assets, into relationships? Or are you trying to hold on to it, hoping that it doesn't slip out of your finger? When I decided to do the former, everything completely started to change, but I realized that I had to have a system to move it smartly and consistently. So that ties me into the first lesson, which is money operates like a current. It must have flow. Now, moving on to the second lesson, let me first tell you a story about one of the richest men in history. He built an empire of steel. He owned bridges, railroads, skyscrapers. By today's standard, his net worth was probably 300 billion, I would say. And yet, he's not remembered for the money that he made. He's more remembered for the money he gave away. Who is this guy? His name? Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie was a poor Scottish immigrant who started as a bobbin boy in a cotton mill, making $1.20 a week. By the age of 66, he controlled the steel that built America. And then he just walked away. Now, here's the part that most people miss. Carnegie was haunted by a single fear: die rich and be forgotten. And this is something he avoided at all costs. So he made a decision. He spent the entire second half of his life giving his entire fortune away. Not out of guilt, not out of taxes, but because he understood something about money that most people never will, which is you get what you give. Now, he built 2,500 libraries. He funded schools, universities, World Peace Foundations, music halls. Carnegie Mellon University, him. Carnegie Hall, him. The Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching, also him. He gave away 90% of his fortune before he died, and yet his name is still there. Still powerful, still respected. He became immortal because he circulated value back into the world. Now, here's where I went wrong about money. I tried to hoard it. I thought that if I save enough, grip it tightly enough, that I'll be secure, and I realized that money doesn't work. Money is energy, it's movement, it's value, it is value exchange. And I don't get rich by stacking cash, I get rich by circulating, by giving first. So if you're stuck, if money is tight, and if business is slow, which was for me, I had to ask myself, I had to stop asking myself, how can I get more? And I had to start asking myself, where can I give? And this simple shift changed everything. I started giving more value, giving more service, giving more help, more care, more opportunity. And that's because I realized that what you give, it comes back. Just ask Andrew Carnegie. So I asked myself, do I want to attract more wealth? Fighting, struggling, hustling, chasing, forcing for it? Or do I want money to flow to me easily? And that's where the next lesson that completely impacted me in ways I cannot even imagine took root, which is simply you get what you give. Now, moving on to the last lesson. All right, so the winner for this week's giveaway is Mr. Favor Jonah. Please expect a reach out from us, or if you don't reach or hear from us, reach out to us, please. Thank you. Congratulations. I'm going to share two contrasts with you. Now, Howard Hughes, he inherited millions, he became a billionaire, yet he died paranoid, he died isolated, he died filthy, and he was hoarding tissue boxes. Now, he was one of the first richest men in the world. Pilot, he was a filmmaker, and a business tycoon. But in his later years, despite the limitless wealth, he lived in hotel rooms, afraid of germs, people, and losing control. And his belief was that the world is dangerous. His belief was that money must be controlled tightly, and money is a threat, and everyone is a threat. His limiting beliefs isolated him. His limiting beliefs sickened him. His limiting beliefs killed his joy and creativity. What's the moral of the story? You can have millions in the bank, but if your mind is broke, you will still live in fear. And I had to come to realize that. Now, limiting beliefs aren't just for people without money. I am learning that they're amplified when money also begins to show up. Now, let me tell you about a second man. This man is a man who didn't believe the banks. He was rejected by 302 banks. Just think about that. 302 banks. Not because his idea was bad, but because their beliefs were too small. Now, in the early, let's say, 1930s, a young cartoonist had a massive idea, right? That people, grown adults, would actually pay to talk to mice and dancing brooms, right? So he dreamed of building a place where families could escape into this fantasy and where imagination made money. And everyone thought he was nuts. He went to bank after bank. 302 times he was told, people won't pay for cartoons. Theme parks are too risky. This is not a real business. And they didn't just reject his idea. They rejected the belief behind it. This man had something the banks didn't. The belief that fun could be profitable, that joy was valuable. He finally found financing from one bold investor who believed in him, and the rest is history. Who am I talking about? Walt Disney and Disney World. Today, Disney generates $80 billion a year. Now, Disney didn't make money because he chased practicality. He made money because he believed something bigger and refused to shrink it down. Now, if he accepted the world's limiting beliefs, aka the bank's limiting beliefs, he would have died an animator, not a global empire. And this is where I realized that my income can never exceed my internal thermostat, my internal financial thermostat. And if my beliefs around money are small, my results will be too. as I was making money, or as I was trying to make money, right? As I was embarking on making money, with this realization, I started asking myself, do I even believe money that I want to make? Because the world doesn't pay you based on what you want. It pays you what you believe is possible. And this is what I had to realize, that the world will pay me only for what I believe is possible, not for what I want. Because for a long time, I've been wanting to make what I want and I haven't made what I want. So I had to go back to the drawing board and analyze, where am I going wrong? And when I realized this, things started to change completely. So simply put, the third and last lesson is that limiting beliefs are real, and you want to keep eliminating them as often as possible. And that lesson alone had so much depth for me. So if you want, there's another video we created that actually shares with you the exact process that I use to break down my limiting money beliefs that is working right now for me, and I want it to work for you. So I'll either attach the video here, I'll drop it in the link below, or just scroll through our video catalog to find it. It will stand out. You'll know exactly what it is by its title. With that being said, thank you for giving me your time and attention. Please do me a favor if this was valuable to you. Like, comment your biggest takeaway, share this with a friend, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on so that you're notified when we tune back in for more Life for All. Appreciate you guys.